morning. Trying to get my stuff together here. One second. I'm just going to get everyone on the same page. If you are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe, folks. Appreciate it. If you want to hear more things like this, and if you like anything, even if it's just the a picture on the wall, just hit like. if that's all you like, you gotta like something. You gotta like something, man. All right, so we're getting ourselves together here. Just give me a millisecond, and I don't need. You know what? I don't need the other one. I don't need the other one. All right, guys. Today we're going to be covering. I actually have a riddle. We have a drawing we're going to do today. So, let me do this. Let me make sure I put the rules of the drawing today. If that is cool, I'm going to put the rules in the chat on both of these streams. I'm doing 2 streams today, by the way, guys. And I think I'm going to be doing it like this from now on. It's vertical on this side. And I have a traditional streaming on this side where you can have an overhead view of the machines I'm working on. So a person can just swap out and go to the other stream if they like. At least that's how I'm thinking it's working. But for now, what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is put the rules of the little live raffle we're doing today, okay, into the chat. Here's one. Boom. Oh man, I went over too many words. Okay, how about this? Let me eliminate this word here. Okay, I gotta get rid of 18 more words. Give me a second, guys. Okay. I heard something this morning that I really want to share with the chat today, man. And it's like instinctively we know this, It was about being bored. I was watching the Harvard Business Review. I need 7 more to go, guys. Cards. Let me get rid of this. It's about being bored. And they said if something happens, sent cards. Perfect. And it's like if we're not bored, there's a part of our brains that don't activate. Right, and enter. That is in the system. All right. Next up, I'm going to do the other one. And I agree. I wondered if you guys agree with that. I agree. I agree that. Let me turn this down. I agree that if you don't have time to reflect, right? I think that's probably this. I don't know, man. Maybe it's partial. What happens in a society that is doing well, relatively compared to, let's say, another society that is maybe war-stricken or something like that. The society that is that's doing well, it's easy to get distracted by like tiny things that other people would look at and say, "What are you guys even bothering with that? That's stupid," Because we're not concerned about war at that point. We're just like we're living our life, and we start pondering silly stuff, But the other part is boredom. Kids are so into their video games and most social medias and what's happening next and who said what and what did they do, that we don't have enough time to even ponder the other things like important parts of our life. And so people get depressed And so then all of a sudden we were experiencing this high level of depression and anxiety and stuff like that because we haven't even stopped to ponder, you know. And that makes sense to me. If your mind is so busy, like busy, busy, it's very hard to plan. It's hard to think ahead. Um, you're being crammed with all these stimuli constantly, and I can see people going off course as a result. And I thought it made sense to me. I was like, that's right. Some of my best times I had, believe it or not, man. Let me put this over here. Some of the best times I had was I was talking about this hour drive I had to go to work, and every day, so an hour there, an hour back, and it was that was my time. That was my little university time, right? So back in the day, right, I was popping a CD, popping a tape, and you learn something, or you just was able to go over your plans, your thing for the day. And if you don't carve that time out, we can hurt ourselves. All right. Anyway, let me get rocking and rolling, and let me get to the next thing. What are we doing today? Well, today I'm answering a question that someone posted in the comments. Like I said, I encourage people to leave comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. And it's always best to answer it on the show rather than just typing it out, right? And there's certain things that you just can't explain. You just have to show. So this one is, excuse me a second here. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. And hopefully I do a good job with it because, let me pull it up here. Because look like she needed an answer. Okay. Well, you know what? While I'm at it, let me just go through the 2 or 3 comments here, okay? Someone says, this is Sierra. All right, Sierra says, you're a godsend. Did this last night and no more leaking. So it was about a Hoover power scrub. And I was showing them a hack because a part of the machine they don't sell anymore. Or if they do sell, you have to buy it used on eBay or something like that. And I said, you know what? I don't want people to be kind of left out and not being able to use their machine. So you're going to have a trade-off. If you want the leaking to stop, in this particular case, you're going to have to probably give up the attachment. Trade-off. We do this in society all the time. Parents do it with their kids. And a lot of times we just have to do it with ourselves. And if I want to be fit, I may have to trade eating that chocolate cake at night before I go to sleep, type of thing, right? So let me give her a nice little response here, and just let her know that yeah, awesome, and I'm glad you like it. You know, glad I was able to help. And I to help. Subscribe. Hey, man. Subscribe for more. Hey, you know, one hand wash the other, right? Oh, I put 2 S's on that. One hand wash the other. All right, here we go. Now, here we go. Can you show how to replace the gasket where the hand tool connects to the base? Please, I can't seem to get it back in. Thank you for your videos. Okay, so this is Charlene, I guess. Lieutenant. Well, no, Charlene Tatum. Or Tatum, something like that. Charlene, I will show you. So let me do this, Charlene. I'm going to share a link with you, okay? So you can see it in action, okay? So let's try this. And I think I answered this one too, the one below. I have an 1887 that keeps breaking and burned the flat belt, but the red part spins, as far as I can tell. Any info would be helpful. You know what? Let me, the other one was having a tough time with the belt. I'll explain both of these today. This was 4 days ago. Sorry about that, man. I got back to this too late. I'm gonna try to answer both of these today. Okay, because if I'm gonna go in already, I might as well show them how to do it. All right. So and the belt keeps breaking, and burn the flat belt. Huh. Let's explore this. So we have two things to focus on. All right. I'm going to be exploring the gasket that connects for the way the hose is going to be connected, and I'm also going to try to explain to this gentleman, Stephen Butterworth, where what can prevent and what can cause that belt to break. I'm really curious, because it seems like I'm getting a lot of questions on the Bissell Revolution. I mean, throughout the last 2 years. You know what I never did? I never checked to see if Bissell Revolution is the most selling shampoo in the market. I think it is. I think it is. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let's see if I can pull this up. What is the best selling carpet shampoo on the market? It probably is the Bissell Revolution. Consumer Report. Some of these sites have other things in mind. They like to push something. But let's go with the AI. Keep AI simple. AI says the Bissell Revolution 2X PET is cited as the top performer for overall cleaning power and stain removal, while the portable Little Green is hugely popular, spot clean, etc. Along newer contenders like the Sharp Stain Striker. Okay, all right, and the Bissell Big Green Professional is also a top choice. So it looked like Bissell itself have the overall market pretty much locked down. Shark is coming in. So I guess that's why there's a lot of people. And look, you know what? Don't bash the machines, because it does. If a lot of people are using it, most likely, you're gonna show a lot more issues, because it's a lot more people behind the thing, and people just need a little bit more understanding of how to do it, and that's what the channel is for. So let's get started, and hopefully I can cover everything and everyone will be happy. How's that? But I first have to give these people a link so they can see what to do. Okay, so just bear with me for 2 seconds here. Okay, bear with me for 2 seconds while I send them a link. So if they want to see it in the future, if they can't see it today for some reason, I'll be able to get it to them. All right. All right. So let's see. Hey, Brienne. Holy cow, girl. What's up? I didn't see you there. Being bored allows your brain to explore areas we tend to forget. I knew you would. Listen, if you were going to be in the house, I knew you would have figured this out. Hey, car guy, listen, I am putting both of you. Car guy, are you in on this raffle? I didn't see your thing there. If you're in, you let me know, okay? Brienne is on the ball as always. God, man, I'm happy to see you, girl. Oh man, I hope David's feeling better. He was down. His back was doing the job on him. Yeah, so I agree with you, Brienne. Yes. My drive time is my recharge time. Yes, same here. Yep. That's awesome. Well, guys, give me 1 second. No, I know, right? Give me 1 second, and let me get these people the what do you call it? The link, and then I'm gonna start, right? Okay. Let me get them the link. All right. Let me see. I wish I could get the link. Oh, you know what? No, I can't do it from there. This is like my studio. So I got to do the link. I guess this is fine. This is good. Get shareable link. Great. And let me go over to Let me go over to, we'll reply in this link. How's that? All right. Thanks for and if my son was typing, it would have been finished already. You go, just like, dude, I'm like, I remember they used to teach typing in school, and I got it for a little bit. I got my placements, and where I have to put my finger and stuff like that. And over the years, man, I just never practiced it. I had to make sure, and then because this control this area, this control that area, this guy control this area, and you just know where the keys are, and just didn't keep it up, All right, so let's get this one up on the desk. And let me see if I can walk this person through this. I have a Dyson I need to kind of clean up a little bit, so we'll walk through that, and then I want to test this a little later on today to see how well it works. And we're going to compare an old Electrolux to the Heart machine and to a Shark, and we're going to see if this is as effective as it's supposed to be, because I was using other things to test suction, but having something digital is also a good idea. So I'm going to see if it works. All right, and in the meantime, I'm gonna hit Brienne with a riddle. Whoever's in the chat can also give it a crack. All right, and let me see here. Come on now, let me get my good stuff. I got some things. I'm gonna give you a warm up one, right? I'm gonna give you a warm up, and then I'm gonna come back with something else. Okay. Let me see. Where do I have my stuff here? Let me see. This is one. I don't know if this is quite a riddle. This is probably more like, well, it can be, but it's a thinking thing. So let's see. I'm gonna put this one in here. One, boom, and then I'm gonna go back to the vertical one because I have two streams running at the same time, guys. And and this one here. Bam. Boom. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna do the first drawing right now. Okay. So the people have to be really part of the backpack. I'll be perfect. The back. Why did I? You know what? I have a friend who she's Hispanic, and every time she will say V, it's a B. It comes out as a B, and I'm not sure if I picked up on that. All right, she's from Dominican Republic, right? And I remember she said her name like Viviana, Viviana. And back in the day, you used to hear it. Now, I don't think she says it like that anymore. People would say it. And I was like, B. So you said a V like a B, And now I'm doing the same thing. Don't judge anybody. Oh, man. Don't judge anybody, guys. What is it again? Oh, my God. Random. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to put my names in here. So who do I have? I have Brienne. Okay. All right. Okay, we have David. And then we have ICT. I keep forgetting the ICT part. Car guy is how I look at it. It's You're the car guy. All right. So right now, no one else popped in. So guys, this is it. I'm going to do it right now. Let me pull up the screen. Okay, let me pull up the screen. And maybe later if somebody's interested, maybe later. But right now, the crew is here. Okay, so let me share my browser with you guys. And we're going to pull the first name. Okay, and then I'll go on with my stuff. And I support those who support me. That's how it works. Okay. Uh-oh. Sorry, I gotta enter that name down. Okay. Look at 3 names. Hey, you guys got a 1 in 3 chance. That's a great odds. All right, so let me now the people that's on the shared the other one can see this. So I'm gonna have to turn my phone so you guys can see it. Okay, so you guys can see it, all right? Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. Don't worry, guys. Things will get there. I'll get there. You said the connection failed? Really? No, it's there. Here we go, right there. You see it? Okay. You see my other equipment over here and all that stuff. So let me hit the name, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Where's it at? In the middle. Click. All right, Brienne. You're the first winner. Brienne's the winner. Awesome, guys. Brienne's the first winner. All right, let's get on with the show. Now, Brienne, I'm gonna remove your name from the next one. All right, so they have a little thing. If you notice, I'm going to end up removing your name from the next drawing. So I'll wait till later on. And if any other backpack member comes on in, I'll add their name to it and then we'll do it again. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. So the person want to know how to remove how to put the gasket back in. I'm not sure what they did to take the gasket out, but it's here. All right. And we're going to get started. But you saw the riddle. Let me see. Okay, so we worked together perfectly. We share the same goal. We spoke constantly, and still we fail. What went wrong? What went wrong? Okay, think about it for a second. You're on a team. Think about it. You're on a team, okay? You work together, all right? Okay? You share, you want to accomplish the same thing, right? You speak all the time, okay? And you still fail. What out of that process is missing? It could be something real simple. So here's a gasket. I see it. All right. If I can do this from here, I will. But I have a sneaky suspicion, whoever it is, you're going to have to take this whole thing apart. I'll be honest with you. Okay? And because there are 2 problems that we're solving from the 2 comments, I'm going to have to take it apart. So let's do that. Someone's going to be coming in. So guys, you may have to kind of give me a second. I may give you some hold music while this person is here. Okay? And let me make sure the shared browser is on for the guys who are overhead cam. Okay. If not, that's okay. If he's coming in, then I'll stop. If not, if he's not, I'll keep going. All right, here we go. Let's move this to the side. As the moment you hear the whole music go on, just know that. Okay, good. No problem. I'm not saying good like I don't want business, right? But good. All right, let's keep it rocking and rolling, man. Let's do this like Brutus. Let's do this like Brutus. All right, so we're gonna get this guy out. I'm gonna get a flathead screwdriver. I'm gonna take this guy out here. And then after my flathead screw, now you guys, you're watching, you guys know, you've seen these shows already, so you guys can keep your conversation going, man. Keep it positive, nothing wrong with that. I just want to be able to help this person because it looked like they're kind of going through something with this. So I'm going to do my part and help them out, okay? All right. So let's take all these screws out. And I swear, I think we're going to have to take this off, okay, to do it. That's what I'm thinking. It's possible that we don't, but I think so. I like the newer Bissell Revolution, though, to be honest with you, because the Pet Pro, because this part is like so easy to come off. And to work on this, you got to go through this whole thing, man. And it's just, it's a little bit more work. So I give props to the engineers for redesigning this thing to be even more accessible. Because this one here, this older version, it requires a little bit more work. Okay. So I'm going to take all of this out. Okay. While I'm doing this, I'm going to play the guy. While I'm doing this, I'm going to play the guy, and you guys will probably just hear it on the vertical. The people on the live will see it, but I'm going to play the video of the guy that was talking about it in the Harvard, man. I thought it was so interesting to hear him talk about it, because there was another guy talking about the school system. Okay, this guy, he was talking about the school system and what's going to be happening with the kids in the future, like the next set of workforce type people, right? And I was like, interesting. I've thought about this myself, and I said, man, he's probably on it. So let me start with the kids first, and if it's loud enough, hopefully you guys can hear it, and tell me if he's correct or if you agree, because I tend to agree a little bit with this guy, what he's saying. Okay, all right, with the kids, because I've worked, you're not gonna see much because it's not really for the eyes, it's really for the ears. Okay, let me transfer it over and let me play this guy real quick. All right.
The class divide of the future is going to be who can read and critically think and who cannot. Let me explain. What every educator on this app is talking about, and what every educator in the field is noticing, is a dramatic decline in basic critical reasoning skills and basic literacy skills among students. This is particularly pronounced among high school age students, where they're engaging with more complex material and can't grasp basic concepts or manage basic memory about those concepts. And what this is creating is a generation entering the workforce without basic comprehension skills that is going to make it very hard for them to keep and maintain any form of employment. On the inverse of this, we're seeing kids in more affluent families being not only pulled out of the public school system and sent to things like Montessori schools, but being pulled away from technology, not given access to anything more than, say, a TV or a video game station until they're a teenager. No tablets, no phones, things like that. And what they're doing to fill their time instead is the normal childhood stuff, like playing outside, reading a book, coloring sheets, all of these things that seem like play, but are actually building soft skills that make someone much better able to navigate the world around them as they get older. The gap is not going to be who can use AI and who cannot. The gap is not going to be who is an all-star on the ACT with a full ride and who is not. The gap is going to be who can reason in a basic way and who cannot. And those that cannot will probably be left behind.
Interesting, right? Isn't it what our channel's about, honestly? It's in disguise as a vacuum channel, but it's about critical thinking. Oh man, doesn't it make sense that the people that are attracted to the channel are the ones who are about critical thinking and solving problems, and also vacuums. Okay, people may, you know, they want to repair vacuums, but yeah. So now, Brianne, see if this goes together, David and Car Guy, with the other one. Now the other one is coming on, right? You don't need me to say much about this. I'm just going to do my stuff. But the other one is coming on that I thought about, and here it is.
Big questions of meaning in your life. What does my life mean? You go to kind of uncomfortable existential questions when you're bored. That turns out to be incredibly important, incredibly good. One of the reasons we have such an explosion of depression and anxiety in our society today is because people actually don't know the meaning of their lives, much less so in previous generations. Tons of data show this. And furthermore, we're not even looking. Why not? I'll tell you why not. We figured out a way to eliminate boredom. We've been able almost completely to shut off the default mode network in our brains. How? The answer is that thing in your pocket with the screen, which you take out even when you're standing on the street corner waiting for the light to change. Is like, I might have to wait here for 15 seconds. What are you doing? You're actually trying to not be bored because the default mode network is mildly uncomfortable because it sends you to the types of questions you can't get your mind around, you can't get your arms around. Well, that's a big problem. That's a doom loop of meaning. If every time
Is that interesting? This is from the Harvard Business Review, so you can go on YouTube and find this talk about boredom. You know why it's important to be bored. But in the meantime, if I haven't bored you enough, let me bore you some more by explaining what we're doing here. But I hope this just ties into what we were just talking about. Let me get back to the basics here. All right, let me just kind of quiet this guy down just for a second. Okay, and let's bring it back to this. We'll talk about this later on, guys, but let's do this real quick. Here we go. The reason why this person is having a tough time getting this gasket back in, okay, based on this model, all right, is if the gasket came out, for let's say you were cleaning or something, and it came out, okay, I'm gonna bring this a little closer. I'm gonna show you why. Is that this is holding it down. This is holding down the gasket. All right. Let me hold it like this and make sure this camera can see it. Let me make sure the other camera can see it too. Hold on. All right. Here we go. Come on. Everybody can be happy at the same time. Right. Can everybody be happy at the same time? All right. So what's happened here, right, is when you lift this up, okay, you lift this up, if you notice, the lip is underneath this here. This is bracing it. This here is holding the gasket in. The gasket is right here. Look, it's not really that. And oh shoot, another part is holding it in is the pump right here. So if she's trying to squeeze it back in without this, let me take this off. Look at this. So these things, the pump would have to go on first. And look at the pump. Look at the way this is shaped. You see this little lip right here? This little lip right here. Okay? This little lip is the pump spout is holding it in. So if you take everything off like I just did, and now look how easy it is, right? You just put it right back in here. Just tuck it. It's not hard at all, right? Then you're going to put your pump down, okay? And then let's fasten the pump into place here with our little screw. Okay, that's the first thing. So now it won't leave this area because it's tied to the pump. See that? Okay? And now if I want to truly secure it, I would put this back on and that will hold this in place. And hopefully that did it. Applause. Boom, right? Now, the next part, which is the other person was asking about, he says, man, my belt keeps breaking. So this, I'm assuming that he's putting a new belt on, okay? And the moment he starts, the belt breaks. Okay. what would cause the belt to break on a shampooer? Okay, I get a vacuum, right? A vacuum. If the brush seizes up, you picked up a sock, you picked up the edge of, edge of a carpet, it'll seize up on you. That's just, it's what happens, right? Right? And let me, okay, it's what happens, right? So there's more moving parts in a shampooer, because really, if you think about it, for a vacuum, it's just the shaft. Even if it's a brush motor, it's the shaft for the motor or the shaft for the brush motor and the brush, right? In this case, you have the shaft to the jack shaft, which is like the pump shaft, right? And then you have another belt from the shaft to this front brush, and then you have another belt that wraps these two brushes together. So you have a lot more moving parts and a lot more area for error. Okay. So the first thing I would do if I was that individual, if you have one of these units right here, is to verify that your bearings. We just had this last week. Is that amazing? I probably should have said check last week's video, but that's fine. Okay. You would take this off. Let me show you real quick, because we just did it last week, but it's okay. And now we can see why so many people are having problems with this. It's not that the machines are bad or whatever. This means that there's a lot more people buying these machines, and those people are running into my channel at different times. So they're going to ask some of the same questions over and over again. Some people, I just refer them to the playlist, but others, I think it's best I just explain everything on the video. Now, if you notice right here, not sure if you can get any closer. So this is the ball, right? This is fine. These can get rusty, or these can seize up. And this is what allows this guy to rotate freely. Okay? That's one. That's one option, okay? Most likely this guy is not it. If he has a lot of black soot, just get a sandpaper or something and just sand it off. But this thing wouldn't be the one that will be interrupting your flow. All right. So that's the first thing. Let's put these back. The next thing I would recommend. Now, this guy here, I'll be honest with you, it's a very thin little fan on the inside, and I doubt this has the strength to stop this motor, okay, or this belt from turning, okay? This is going to force. This has the power. This has the power. So he's going to impose his will on this little guy right here. But these guys are strong enough to seize this up, and the one that's going to go is going to be the belt. The belt is the weakest link between the shaft and this thing here, and the belt snaps. The belt is the weakest link between the brush and the shaft, because if the brush stops, the shaft isn't stopping. The belt's the one that's going to break. The weakest link. Okay, keep that in mind. So if anything messes with the brush, it's going to seize up, and then the belt is going to just it's like it's like when kids do like some kind of like stunt in school. The slowest kid is going to get caught, by the school monitor, or the gym teacher, or whoever it is, right? Is the weakest link. It's like everybody's running and he's trying his best to get away, and he's the one who's going to get caught. So it's the same thing. The same thing here. The weakest link is going to go, and that's the belt. All right. Let's keep it rocking. Let's keep it rocking. Hold on. Let me open the check, because I really can't see nothing right now. I'll be in with you guys in a second. Let me just get this. Now, yesterday we were also teaching a lady how to put the belt on if she's having a tough time, and so this can work for anybody else. And it does. It's fine if I repeat this one. So what I do is I get my belt, my screwdriver. The shaft is right here. So I'm just gonna kind of put this behind the shaft and kind of pull it. I'm using my, very little strength really to do this, right? And then I'm just gonna just kind of wrap this around here and just pull out the screwdriver. Oh, I did it the wrong way. I should have did it from the outside. That was the other part I told people. Do it from this side, guys. Sorry about that. Do it from the outside. Okay, do that, and then do this. Okay, and then you pull it out, and the belt is on. Now, what's the next thing that can mess up your belt? What can cause this? If these things seize up, okay, look at it, they all fell out. I hate when I work on this and I do this. This upsets me a lot when I do this, because this is the part, this irritates me the most out of working on these machines, I'll be honest with you, but that's my little pet peeve. Let me do this. Let me put the screw back on the other side, because actually, you know what? I'm glad it happened. Everything happens for a good reason, right? I'm glad. Well, it depends. You have to make it a good reason. It's up to you. You got to make it a good reason, man. I mean, so you got a speeding ticket. It's hard to believe it happened for a good reason, but you know what I do to myself? I haven't gotten a speeding ticket, and do I have any wood to knock on here in a long time? And but I say to myself, like, you know what? Okay, fine. There was probably an incident up ahead that if I didn't slow down, I was probably going to end up in a ditch. So, fine, give me a damn speeding ticket. I have to rewire my own brain to look at it in a way that's not going to have me negative for the entire day. Okay, that's how I did it. So, and then later on, I'm like, you know what? I'm paying a lot of money to the police department on this. They got enough money. Let me save this money for my kids and let me slow down. Okay, and that tricked me to slow down. Now I don't run anymore. I don't hit the gas that hard anymore. All right. So if you notice, the belt is right here, right? So this is a belt that surrounds this. Okay. And if I was the person that's dealing with this, I would double check to make sure there's no burnt plastic down below. Okay. If you put this back in, you gotta be mindful that there's a shaft has to go right through the middle here. Okay. Right. And the same here. So now these two guys are together. They can roll tape together. See that? Then I'm gonna make sure I put this right. Give me a second. Okay. Then I'm put this up in here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lock this side in first, because I don't want this to keep falling out as I'm working on it, right? So let me turn this around like this, and let me put this side on, just right now, because honestly, you're gonna have to take this off. You may not have to. Let me see. I'll double check. No, you may have to. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, you're gonna have to take it off again. So I'm just put one screw in here to hold it together if you like, or just a piece of tape or something, because you're gonna have to take it off again. Because every time you turn it, it's gonna want to fall out. You got me? So you could just anchor it real quick, or just put something under it like this. Like a brace. So when you turn it over on the side, right? It's not going to move on you. You got me? That's all. I just don't want it to move. That's really the idea. I just don't want it to fall down, okay? Then you're going to get your belt. Put your belt on, okay? See that? Put the first belt on here. I'm going to get this. I want to make sure that all of these, let me turn it a little bit better so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I want to make sure, oh, no, you can't even see what I'm doing. Damn. All right, let me turn this up a little bit. There you go. All right, you want to make sure the shaft is shining through, and then when you put this on here like this, okay, make sure the belt goes over the flap back here. And then just slowly, let me just kind of hold this together for a second. And just make sure you can see the little metal shaft on both sides of these. And this way you know. So when you turn this, everything should turn. When you turn this one, and there you go, voila, everything is fantastic, okay? All right, good. Now, if you can't turn it like this with your hand, then something is wrong with this brush. You may have to replace your brush. You may have to replace one of your brush. Something is wrong. You're supposed to be able to turn it with your hand. All right, keep that in mind. All right, so let me try to hold this together. So I don't want this thing to come out again, because this is not my favorite part. All right, so I'm gonna keep this guy together. Let me put this guy back on. So we answered the question over here. I'm hoping that I answered the question for this gentleman on the brush, the belt breaking. And now I can put this back. Okay. And then we can put these back on, because yeah, you put it on after you put that on, right? It slides right in. Yeah, because you see this little lip right here? This little lip is underneath this. So that's why you have to put on the body first before you put the covers on the side. And just make sure they fit within the thing there. Let me just put a little screw in this real quick. Hold this in. And you can even do all of this, guys, before you do this part. Just, you could honestly put this back on, lock this in, and then worry about this. That's really what I should have done first, to be honest with you. I don't know why I did it the other way. Okay, and then you can put this back. Then this guy's the last to go on, okay? But, right? Which makes sense, though. It makes sense that this is the last to go on, man. Look at where this is located. The screw. One of the screws here is going to go through this into the plastic. So either way, I think they were thinking on this one, guys. I have to give Bissell engineers a little hand here. Give them a hand, man. They're okay. They're trying their best. Hey, can you imagine what it must be like? Can you imagine what it must be like, right? I keep telling my son, because my son wants to do things like make medicine and stuff like that. And I said, Emmanuel, imagine you come up with a cure for something, and the company don't want a cure; they want a treatment, because that's where the money is made. Long-term investments, right? Of course, you have to sign what do you call it, NDA or whatever. And what would have to happen inside of an individual to know that they have a cure for something, but the company is marketing it as a treatment? I don't know how I would deal with that. I don't know how I would process that. Right now, I know. My mind, my moral system say, yeah, man, come on, that's wrong, right? But it's happening, An MIT professor just got killed the other day. I think he was working on fusion or something like that. And of course, the bunch of theories come up. Who knows what happened to him? But then when they go back and look at all the people that were working on different energy things, they all disappeared. It's like, it's hard to not think that something is wrong with that, So now I go to the guys, and they may design something that is going to be even stronger, but the company is like, no, we're going to cut costs. We're going to have to, we're going to use this new plastic polymer. And he said, yeah, but that one is weaker than the old one. Well, it's cheaper than the old one. You have to deal with that when you work in a company, and you have to come to terms with your compass. Yeah. we just probably didn't see these things unfold in real time, because everything was a lot more hidden than they are today. Things are just out there now. All right, let me see what my guys are doing. Okay, let me see what my guys are doing and gals. Hey, Brienne. Delayed gratification is a powerful concept to understand and appreciate. Coño, yes, Brienne. Why are you dropping the bombs on us today, Brienne? Let me pin this one to the top. I love that. Let's pin this one to the top. No. Pin the message. Here we go. Let me get back to the riddle, guys. Let me tell you what the deal was. The belt. Yeah, iCar guy, you got that right. The riddle. It's not really a riddle. It's more like a conversation thing. The biggest thing with the riddle is that they don't have clarity. That's the only way a team like that would fail. They have the same goals. They want to accomplish, but they don't have a clear plan of how to get there. They don't have clarity. Clarity is loud. You know, clarity don't even have to be loud. Clarity can speak very like, what's that parable about a grain of mustard seed? Not a parable, it's a saying, right? You have to have faith as a grain of mustard seed. And it, like, you know, the idea of the mustard seed is so small, but it's very solid, right? It's still tangible, right? So if your faith was as tangible as a damn tiny little mustard seed, that faith is strong enough than wishy-washy kind of, you know, I want to go about doing whatever, right? You know, you don't need it to be, and I like the idea that the mustard seed is small. I mean, damn, if they had something even smaller, like a grain of sand or something, but I get the concept that it's tangible. And even if it's tiny like that, you don't need to be no big boulder. You don't need big boulder of faith, right? You just need to be solid. Like, I absolutely believe I can do this. As solid as a grain of mustard seed is all I need. It makes sense to me. So clarity is the same thing. Once you're clear on our goal, our objective, and how we're going to do it, if we're clear on how we're going to accomplish this, how are we going to accomplish this? You have absolute clarity. It makes sense that the next thing is success, you know? Anyway, that's how I see it. Okay? All right, so I'm going to move this to the side, guys. I'm going to have to put some more screws in it, and we're going to move on to the Dyson. And we're going to do our next raffle. All right? So if you're ready for the next raffle, say yeah. Put a clap or something in the, what do you call that? Put those little emoji stuff like they be putting the laughing face. Put a clapping hand in the comments if you're ready for the next raffle. Okay. I don't see any clap. I don't see any what? I don't see no clapping faces. What's that? I don't see no clapping faces. What's that? All right, David. Dave's ready. All right, Dave's ready. Dave's ready. So, Brienne, I will get in touch with you. You know, we have our way of getting in touch. And I think all I need is an email. I think, Dave, I already have your email. And Car Guy, I don't have an email. So we'll see if you win this one, all right? Because Car Guy is still in the drawing. I don't know if he's still here with us. And is there anyone else that is part of the back? He got out. The Vac Pack. My accent. I don't know if you should put it out there for everybody, Brienne. But I will. I'll. Oh, okay. I got you, girl. All right. You know what? Let me take a pic of that. So let me take a pic of it real quick. All right, and I'll have that stored, and I'll get that out to you. Okay. All right. So let me do the first part of this Dyson, and then after the first part, I'm going to do the raffle. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. But yeah, but that was a deal. It was clarity. It was clarity. Was that one? That was the idea of that. They never defined it. You know, we never really defined what we were doing exactly and how things were going to go. Remember the Tower of Babel? That story, the Tower of Babel, and I like that story, man. But the part of it, they will all think about it. They start out saying, "Let us make brick." I'm gonna break that thing down. now for whoever want to hear that. Not right now though. But they said let's make brick and all this stuff, and then they kept building and blah, 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 and then God came down and said, all right, let's mess up their language, right? And if people look at it on the head, they think that's how like we came up with all these different languages. I'm like, nah, dude, you guys are not reading the story. That a story like that's going to survive through generations upon generations and eons has to have it's a meaning. There's a meaning to it. It's not just that's how we got languages, but that's my opinion. But if you can't communicate, even if you speak the same language, like right now in America, holy cow, coño. In America right now, we have one side and another side and people in the middle. And the worldview on both sides, they're opposing to each other, right? And the guys in the middle are like, yeah, I can see a little bit of what you're saying, and yeah, I can see a little bit of what you're saying. But these both sides they're not talking to the guy in the middle. They're like, man, shut up, man. Oh, man. Totally different worldviews altogether about what's right and wrong and moral and all that stuff. And they can't communicate. Okay, and that's Tower of Babel. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Let's do this next part, and then I'm gonna do the head. I'm only gonna do the head right now, and which is gonna be kind of in and out, and then we'll do the raffle. Okay. So you have coño, damn, bro. So you want to clean your Dyson. What do? Damn. Don't feel bad. This happens to everybody. I'm sure there's something in my house that if a plumber or I don't know, a termite guy or somebody come, they're going to say like, damn, bro, why does it look like this? So we all have a blind spot where we allow things to get like this. And we all have a blind spot. For some people, it's the vacuum, because the way we look at vacuuming is like zip, 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 throw it in the closet. And we don't think to clean it, honestly, because the vacuum is the one that's supposed to be doing the cleaning. We don't think to clean it. We'll clean our car, some people. We will, shoot, you got guys who spend time cleaning their sneakers, okay? But the vacuum don't get the love, all right? And that's fine. And this may be for other things too. I don't know what this is, but I am glad I have my gloves on. And where's my stuff? Where's the trash? All right, let's get to it. So you want to clean your Dyson head. What do? Well, comprehension. Oh my gosh. Whoa, hey, all right. Okay. Stop here for a second. Give me a millisecond, guys. I have something to share with you. Let me see if this is right. Man, if I can find this thing, man. If I can find this, oh my gosh, if I can find it, if I can only find it. I saw there's some stuff that you find online. Guys have recorded their pets, like dogs, who saved the kids. And I wanted, Dave, I'm gonna find it so I can play it for you one day. But the kind of feel, I don't know. I'm like, this can't be AI, right? I mean, I'm thinking the dogs are like this, right? I mean, it's like they were trained military animals or something. And a couple of there was a tank burst, and it was about to fall down. And then the dog just went and grabbed the damn thing to protect the kid. And there was a kid falling off a chair. And the dog just ran right onto there, like, and the kid fell on top of the dog and back. He caught the kid. I was like, damn. These dogs are, yeah, man, these guys are good like that. Man, I may have to end up getting me a man's best friend kind of thing when I get older, man. I'm already older. Let's get this out. I was trying to find it, but I found another one. It's so silly. It's a mix between what happened between a lion and a dog, and an AI interview with the dog and this monkey. And I just thought it was funny. I don't know if you guys can see it, man. I would love for you guys to see it. Hold on. This one is funny though. I think this is funny. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can share it with the other crew. And I'm gonna share with my with the backpack crew here. There it is. All right. Let me. Let me fix this. All right. Let me pull it. Let me do this. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna play this for the other guys who's watching on the other channel. Okay. And how do I back up? All right. Here we go. Let me see if you guys can see it like that. If you guys can see it. All right. Let me play this. This is funny. I think it's funny. Hold on.
At fence, you were barking like a heavyweight champion. Chest out, tails, sketch up stiff. Whole I run this block energy, correct? Yeah, that was me.
No, man. He needs to. How do I rewind? Oh, there's a lady coming in, guys. Give me a second. Let me play some music for you guys. Hey, guys.
Hey!
Hey.
I have a dirty carpet. Can you help me?
Okay.
With this little ticket, you can help me.
With that little thing, I can help you?
Yep.
Okay, I'm there to help you. That's what I'm here for. Give me 1 second, okay?
Yep.
Let me see. All right. Okay, let me see a little itty bitty ticket. I don't even need the ticket. I know which one it is.
And record.
I know which one it is. Oh, let me move up. Okay, along with makes it so I try to get rid of most of the paint stuff on the side. It's probably not a big deal. I just want to.
It's old.
I did my best to kind of clean it up.
Very
also,
nice.
I figured let me just try that too. Okay.
Other than a complete cleaning, was there anything broken or?
I put a new belt on it. I just make sure the motor. When the belt strains, sometimes the motor also comes with some other things. So I just make sure the motor was fine. And that's kind of went through everything else. That's it.
Very nice.
Put it back together.
It's
and
very
everything's good.
patriotic.
It's a good machine, and I love the clutch. How you can turn off the belt off and on. So make sure the clutch was lubricated. We're good.
Good.
Yeah, it's vacuumed up a lot of long dog white hair.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of dog is it?
She's a border collie Australian Shepherd mix that's almost all white.
Okay.
High
You like
energy
those?
dog.
My gosh, where'd you go to get? Was it long
she's-
distance?
We rescued her from up in Ohio. She's deaf. It's bad breeding with border collies and Aussies, and she's my second one that I've had that's deaf.
So every time the border collie and nuts come together, there's something
It's
going on.
the grayish blue modelly color that you see
Uh-huh.
in animals. They call it merle. If
Okay.
you mate two of those,
Uh-huh.
25% of the offspring will be deaf, blind, or both.
And they keep doing it.
And they keep
Oh, I'm sorry. What color's the eyes?
bright blue.
Bright blue.
Because it's almost like a human being albino.
Yeah, I've seen
the pigment.
I've seen those eyes across.
It didn't make a noise, did it do it?
Let me see.
No.
No, it
So
would have.
says
It would have.
that. Turn it over the
Up
other
top
way.
this way.
Yeah,
This side.
up top.
A little further up, kind of deep. There you
There it
go.
goes.
I should probably put a little more early or something. But I gave it this because it's normally 95, so I just took 10 off.
Thank you.
Print or text?
Text.
Or text. And 1019.
Yes.
Okay. Send it there. Okay. There you go. Receipt sent.
Cool.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you're looking for this is where it is. You never would have found it.
He's gonna be like, I
you
hear
know,
it.
you're bringing blessings. today. Thank
Behind,
you.
it's behind the candy. Yeah.
It's behind the candy.
Yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas, okay?
Yes, Merry
Alrighty. Oh my gosh. I can't rewind that thing, so I don't know, man. I thought it was so cool. Like the guy, it was a, you know, it was a dog that, he was all like real. The dog was all, he was barking at the, at the lion, and then the lion came out the cage. And then he played dead. I thought it was so funny. Let's see if I can do it again. All right, I'm gonna do it one more. I'm gonna have one more shot at this, guys. I got one more shot. At this. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, here's a dog. Transition.
All right, buddy, let's talk courage. On the other side of that fence, you were barking like a heavyweight champion. Chest out, tail stiff, whole I run this block energy, correct? Yeah, that was me. I was hyping myself up like the neighborhood hero. So explain how the mighty street king of Barksville went from Mike Tyson to wet napkin the moment the gate opened.
Right.
Because the transformation was instant. Zero delay, full collapse.
Right.
Look, I didn't faint. I just temporarily powered down. My system froze like an old computer. You know when fear hits the reboot button?
Powered down, my guy, you face planted like someone unplugged your batteries. Even the ground looked concerned. I saw his mane, bro. The wind blew through it. It was majestic.
Majestic, you were threatening him 2 minutes earlier. Talking like you wanted a title fight.
From behind the fence. That's a boundary of safety. Scientifically proven and emotionally necessary.
Yeah.
My courage has a very strict range limit. And the lion didn't even roar. He just walked in with calm confidence. And you collapsed like a folding chair at a barbecue.
Exactly. Silent lions are the worst. That's assassin energy. If he roared, I'd know he was coming. But quiet lions? Nah, that's danger.
So your official statement for the record is, you're brave as long as the lion remains in a different postal code?
Lies in long distance bravery. Close range courage is not in my skill set.
Right.
There he is, right there, right? He did the right thing. Oh, he said, man, no, oh man, we do this in real life too, right? You know, with those guys talk a lot of crap and then someone show up and they're like, no, I wasn't saying anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't really saying anything. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. I'm sorry, man. I got distracted. I just thought I thought he was hilarious, man. It was just a funny story. Okay. Yeah, right, Dave? The dog was like, oh. Yeah, and that's fine, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, golly, boy, this is. Well, all right, so you're servicing your stuff like this. I would recommend, you know, you're gonna go in, you're gonna clean it, change your filters and stuff. You know, change your filter. Let me take a peek at this filter. Let me see what this filter look like. Because all of this stuff can burn out your motor. You know, take a look at this. See this filter? This filter, as dirty as this filter is, this filter will burn out your motor the way it is. See how dirty? It's clogged up, totally clogged up. Okay, so yeah, this kind of service is needed, guys. You could do it yourself, or you could take it to a shop, but you don't want to go without it. That's for sure. All right. When I was younger, right? If I heard someone looking for me. I went and I found them. I got in trouble a few times. Is that how you did it, Dave? Dave's like, you looking for me? You looking for me? Hey, Dave, you were like that, buddy? You were that guy? Sounds more interesting than the one I found of two guys trying to remove a demon from a possessed woman. Really? Okay, last night I stumbled on a live stream of someone sleeping with 100 watching. That was a thing? People, are you kidding me? Is that a thing? Holy cow, man. What are we doing? I'm trying to see if this is small enough, if this is too small for this or not. What are we doing? Really? No, this is too small. I'll have to find a different drill bit. This is too small. Is that a thing, man? Would people really just watch someone sleep on like a platform or something? Just watch them sleep for an hour or something? Just sit and watch them sleep? Really? Holy cow. Hey, if that's your thing, I mean, that's your thing. Well, you know, that's your thing. You know? Wow. I heard of some things that I don't know if I could say. Yeah, I could probably say it on the channel because I don't know. I don't think there's like little 5-year-olds watching my channel. So I had some friends over from the Bronx yesterday. Well, it's my neighbor. How's that? It's my neighbor. He's from the Bronx, but his friend came up. He's a photographer and stuff. And we were talking about some things and some of the pictures that he's able to take. And he's like, wow, you know, people would take, you know, pictures that you don't even think people would take. People would take pictures, like, you know, nude pictures and stuff like that. Like, yeah, they're just open to it. They're just like, yeah, they're sure. And I was like, really? He said, yeah. Then we started talking about like some of these sites where people pay for stuff to be done. And talk about this one guy that paid this young lady to cut his grass, but cut his grass topless, and he would pay her to do it if she came over and do it. I was like, really? People would do that? It was like, yeah, people would pay just to see people's feet or something. I was like, really? It's like, damn. And I'm like, where the hell have I been? It's like, I've just been working. You know, I've just been working. I haven't been engaged in all of the little, you know, new that's not new, bro. That's not new. Look at this, guys. You see what else is happening? This will burn out your not only this, it'll mess this up. This whole, you would end up having to replace this whole mechanism, but it also will burn out your brush motor because of the hair that gets tangled up behind this thing here. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right. Okay. But yeah, man, there's stuff out there. In other words, if you want to get into trouble, you can find it. Trouble's not hiding from you. You know what I mean? Trouble's not hiding from you, man. Anything you want to get into is available for you to get into. It's not hiding. It's recruiting, actually. It's recruiting. Definitely not hiding. You shouldn't have no trouble finding things to get yourself into. Try to tell my kids that stuff, and they look at you like you don't know what you're doing because oh man, you guys are from like another generation. I'm like, dude, there's some things that are never gonna change, and that's human behavior. Okay, human behavior. We've been dealing with this stuff from the beginning of time. From the beginning of time. So You can talk about all the stuff you want, and you can say, well, we used to do, we don't do that no more. So I hear you. I hear you. Those are laws and certain customs that we shift over the years, but the innate human behavior is the same. Let me get this phone, guys. When we're vacuuming, this is when I help you. Yeah. Yeah, you have to. I'm in the middle of a video right now that I'm shooting. No problem. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Yes, sir. Right. I don't know what to make of these people that call you with all these different proposals, and I'm like, dude, business is doing fine. Not interested. But they still want to call back. Look at this stuff. Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, so stuff like this is going to require a little bit of work, but just for anyone who's going to try to clean these on their own, it's not that difficult. Get a T15. These are Phillips screwdrivers on the side, very skinny ones, and then you're going to want to remove this part here, okay? And after I remove this, let me see. This is a 15 here. Yep. After I remove this, what I'll do is I'm gonna do the next drawing, okay? And then that's that. We're gonna do the next drawing. Is iCard guy still here? Because I don't see anyone here. Uncle 227, whatever, he is not part of backpack, is he? Girl in England sells her bath water for $30 a bottle. No, you didn't, Dave. Are you serious, bro? Get out of here, man. So Brianna said, feet pics, buying sweaty socks. It's mind-blowing and disturbing, but like everything else, to each their own, I suppose. I guess so. David said, a guy I work with, girlfriend shows feet online and makes money somehow. Wow. Wow. Hey, can I work for you? Can I do for free? I just want to learn. Oh, wow. Interesting. ASG Knob 99. Are you living nearby or something? No, I wouldn't have anybody work. I mean, I guess internships have, I'm here trying to get my son to do an internship up by his college. So let me refresh this, man. This is so far behind. What's up with this feed? How far ahead am I? Gamer girl. Yep, there we go. I'm back on track. All right, so all this came out of just this little section, guys, where the brush is. So this will definitely damage the person's brush. It will damage the gears because it'll start to get hot. The more it spins, look at this. The more it spins in this section right behind here, and then it gets with the plastic side on this side, it'll just get messed up. Okay, all right, and that's it. Yeah. So let me scrape some of this out of here, and then I'm going to use a little bit of the new thing that Brianne got me into is the pink stuff. Let me see how well it does on this. Give me 1 second. When we're back in, this is what I'm gonna help you. Okay. Someone is playing a prank. All right. They got to call live. They're like, let me show you. Let me call them live on the air. All right, let me get this out of here real quick, and then I'm gonna spray it and try to clean this out. So this is what it looks like now. Okay, we're gonna get some of our little sprayy stuff. All right. Now, if you really want to go all in and dunk this stuff, then you would take out the motor. The motor's right here. Right now, I'm trying to keep the majority of the water away from the holes and all that stuff. But you should be fine to be able to just do what I just did here. Just don't throw it in the sink, okay? I've seen some people do that to a couple of Dyson heads, and I'm like, why are you showing people this? Do not do that. Do not follow this advice. Don't throw it in the sink, because you have a motor in there, and you're gonna get water in your motor. But this kind of little quick spray and scrub is not a big deal. All right. Now, if you need more, let's say you're gonna try to get onto here and you need more, then you may want to go further. Okay. Actually, damn it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Because okay, this is what I mean. Let's say you wanted to kind of go in a little bit more on this. Right? You would do this. You would do it pretty much like this. You don't even have to go far. Okay? Let me show you. I don't want to dirty up my carpet any more than it already is, guys. Okay? And let me just wipe it out so the stuff don't run all over the place real quick. And then I'm going to get the rest. So already, with just that little bit of cleaning, it already looks better already. Okay, we still haven't gotten most of it cleaned, but just that alone, that tiny little bit, guys, got a lot done. Okay, I really like the stuff though, man. This pink stuff. Yeah, I just want to clean this up a little bit. Definitely use some gloves you trust when you do stuff like this. Okay. And if you want to like dunk it, then you would have to separate the cord from here and take this whole thing by itself and just throw it in, just throw it in the thing. And you would separate it from the motor. Separate the cords from the motor area, which is like right here. Okay, just take all of this out and pull the cords out from here and pull it through, and you'll be able to just dunk this whole thing in. Okay. All right. And that's it. So guys, I'm gonna put this back together, probably off camera, but in the meantime, let's do this drawing. All right, let's go. But that's it for the folks that just came in. If you had to clean this out, this is really what you would do. Just do it simple like this once in a while. Just clean your machine. Because I told people that the reason I mentioned to clean it is not just to give you something to do. It's a preventive thing, because what happens is when you get into the habit of cleaning it, you'll find errors. You'll find stuff that is wrong with it that you're like, oh, wow, get out of here. Look what was building up in our machine that we had no idea this was building up, And if you never clean it, then you never see the damage that's happening, right under your own nose, okay? You won't see it happening. Every time you pull your machine out, you're costing yourself money because the machine is getting worse and worse. Your motor is burning out because there's a clog and you didn't know there's a clog and you kept trying to vacuum, you know what I mean? And, sometimes there's evidence, they at least proof, just like, if you have a car and your antifreeze is mixing in with your oil, there's gonna leave evidence. But if you do constant checkups in your car, it can be found out that your gasket is degrading, right? And it's like you get a recommendation that, man, you may need to replace your, your header gasket or your motor gasket or whatever, whatever gasket it is. They would know more about this stuff than I would. And then you can get a leg up on that hey man, this thing is going to cost you, right? At least they told you. And if you decide not to do nothing about it, then it's up to you. But at home with the vacuum, just cleaning the vacuum, believe it or not, will help prevent major service issues, because it would allow you to see things that you probably wouldn't have seen if you didn't try to clean it. Okay? What's that old saying? Is it an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure, or something like that? So all right. So this is that. You put it back in here. Hold on. Let me fix the cord. The cord is. I gotta get this cord on this side. Look, see this? I gotta get it back over on this side. Yep. Come on, buddy. Okay. There you go. Put this back on. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so car guy's gone. Anyway, I'm gonna leave his name on there. Let me see what Brianna's saying. I put the pink stuff bundle on my Christmas list. My family questions my mental state. You know what? I can see why you put it on there. Okay, this stuff is actually pretty good. Keep them guessing. All right, that's right, Dave. All right, they should know by now. I get the greatest joy from those kind of things. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and Brianna said when she splurged on herself, she get new scrubs and all that stuff. Yeah, that's all right, man. Nothing wrong with that. All right, here we go, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this drawing. Okay, where's my little namey thing? All right. I got 2 names on here. That's it. Going once, going twice. Done. That's it. All right, let me turn this over so you can see what's happening. Okay. 2 names on here. All right. Let me, where's my other video? And, oh, wait, time out. Sorry, guys. I gotta make sure you guys can see it too. Hold on. Here we go. We got 2 names. Okay? And click. Boom! All right. ICT car guy got the last of the digital gift cards from Amazon. All right. Boom. All right. Look at that. Dave, we're going to get them next time, buddy. Okay. Okay. One more clinic. Let's see what I got cooking here. Well, car guy, you got yourself. You saw. Did you see the Did you see the drawing, car guy? Car repair. My son is waiting for me to help him change his tie rod. Really, Brienne? Wait. You good like that, Brienne? You can. Because I remember last week you said you was helping your son with his truck. You good like that, girl? Wait, all three of you guys are good like that on vehicles? Oh, okay, you're in a meeting. I got you. All three of you guys, car guy, David, and Brienne, you guys are like car geniuses or something? Okay, you got all that in common. I'm a novice, but I'm not afraid to mess with cars. How's that? I'm a novice. I'll do brakes, fuel pumps. I just replaced my battery. you know, baby stuff. And I changed out a starter, and I've changed out some sensors, right? I think that's as far as I got. And I did like some little doctoring, like body work doctoring stuff. But nothing major, man. I haven't done nothing major. Like they can build a whole engine and shit. I haven't done that. You build 9 Ford housing from scratch. Wow. A 9-inch Ford housing. Okay. You don't know cars, but you know how to learn. But you know how to do stuff like that. That's awesome, man. That is positive. Brienne wasn't here when we were talking, when that girl, the English, or was she Irish or English? I was talking about her dad knowing how to fix stuff. It was intense. She was pretty intense. Okay, so iCar guy. Find me on maybe Facebook, Monroe Vacuums, or if you go to my contact page, maybe even my landing page on YouTube, you might be able to find my email. Get a screenshot of this, okay, and then send it to me with the email. Because what I don't want is someone else to send it to me and I send it to them, okay? So screenshot it, okay, and then email me. So that's probably one way for me to verify that is you, and then I'll use that email to send a digital gift card to, and I already know how to get a hold of Brienne. Okay. Yep. That's it. That's how that works. That's how it works. That's how it works. That's how it works. That's how it works. I'm going away tomorrow, guys. So it's a possibility that I might do a show, like a quick show on the road. I'm going to be in Long Island in the morning around the same time that the show normally comes on. So I might do a just a what's up show. Maybe, I don't know, maybe show you where I am and stuff like that. And if someone had posted a question, I'll use that time, that video, to answer any questions that person had, and I'll do it live tomorrow after I get off the plane. Go get my car rental. No, this is not the right one. Something's wrong here. Hold on. This one is the right one for here. The ones that go inside here, guys, are very skinny. These are skinny screws that goes inside here. The wider screws, okay, are for, here they are. Now these are for this. This is for that. These are wide. I felt like somebody went inside this. I feel like somebody went inside this thing here. Let me see something. Now these are all the same. These are all Phillips. The ones that go on the ends here are Phillips. If you ever get lost, it looked like somebody else was had messed with this and they put the wrong screw in here. This is too big for this. See, the head is supposed to be small like this. This is the right one for these. This is a screw that you would use like on this side and stuff like that. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I just misplaced it. Let me move my paper out the way. Okay. Here we go. Let me close this up. Give me a sec, guys. Nice. Niceties. Okay. All right, hold on. Okay. Just gonna kind of clean this little section here up a little bit. This one probably needs a little bit more hardcore scrubbing, and I'll let it sit like this. The toothbrush don't seem to be having much of an effect on this guy. Maybe I should get a scrubbing pad or something. Where's my scrubbing pad at? This has some of the this white stuff here is some of the old the paste pink stuff paste. So I'm just gonna I just sprayed it. I'm gonna use some of that cleaning action from the pink stuff paste. Let me see. Look at that. You know, and if you have, you know, you go to your sink, you go to your hose or whatever, not sink, but go to your hose. And if you have like a workshop, like I do, then the sink is mostly for just stuff like this. But if not, then do it, you know, get your yard hose or something and just spray this stuff out. A lot of times it's easier to just do it that way. All right, and if anyone passes through, have a question on the vacuum, man, we're here, man. I got those housing ends. Let me see, 12 bolt, plenty of strong, just harder gear changes. Had 9 housing ends, welded. Man, you guys are like professionals, man. Like, damn. Hey, car guy, what kind of what's orange and sounds like a parrot? Am I gonna get it wrong? If I say carrot, right? Am I gonna get the wrong answer? Did I take the obvious answer that everyone else would have guessed and got it wrong, Brienne? What's orange and sounds like a parrot? Okay. You know why I like those kinds? Because the answers are obvious, right? But you think it's supposed to be complicated. Right? Yeah, you know, like obvious answers, but you already assume it's complicated, so you give the wrong answer. You know? I love those. Okay. All right. All right. So the rest of this I'm gonna have to do later. We'll do this later. I'm gonna do this later. But right now, this is fantastic. Okay. And what time is it? All right. Got 5 more minutes. I am going to test this thing out here. Okay. And David, I got an old Electrolux. We got a couple of shows involved in this. I'm gonna clip a few of these things for separate viewing. All right, so Dave, we have an old Electrolux, and let's see how this bad boy does with the suction. I mean, this has got to be from like, what year is this from? Hold on. I don't have a whole lot of time to do research, so I'm gonna use one of them Gemini style AI stuff here. And I'm gonna ask, what year was this Electrolux made? Okay, let me see. Let's see if I can get this answer. Let's see if we can get an answer on this one. Holy cow. This is from the 70s. Serious? Word? This is from the 70s, man? Hold on. One is on top, one is at the bottom. Which one is on top? This might not be the right hose for it, but I'm gonna see. Because I just went and grabbed a hose that looked like an Electrolux hose. I was like, this looks right. Okay, all right. We're gonna test the ear for this one. How do you catch a tame rabbit? How do you catch a tame rabbit? So, well, let me go back one. Brianna says, how do you catch a unique rabbit? Nope. Tell me. Unique up to it. Ah! Unique up to it. Okay. How do you catch a tame rabbit? How do you catch a tame rabbit? All right. There's some salespeople over there. Tame rabbit. I mean, the obvious answer is a tame rabbit. You just grab it. But Dave says, I don't know. I don't know. How do you catch a tame rabbit? Tame rabbit. Tame, name. How do you catch the tame way? Ay, coño. She said tame. All right. I'm going to check to see what this thing looks like. Let's see what numbers we got. Wait. Time out. Hold on. I gotta make sure I'm measuring it properly. Hold on. I gotta make sure I'm using the right measurement. Let me make sure I'm using the right measurement for this thing. Give me a second. Let me double check. Hold on. Fan. I want to make sure I'm using the right one. Okay, for vacuum, feet per minute. So I need to go to feet per minute. Here we go. We're going based on feet per minute. All right, so let's say we got, let's go with 20. my God, hold on. Let's do the average, man. All right, so 2440. So the average is 2440 on this guy, all right? 2440. 2,400 feet per minute. At least that's what I'm thinking of saying here. I'm used to using my suction tester, my regular analog suction tester. So I gotta get more acquainted with this digital deal here. So far this is 2,400, right? 2,460 or something like that. Let's use the little guy that we have purchased the other day, and let's see how well he's doing. Okay. This is a canister. Let's see how well the suction is on this guy. 2,600. 2,600 for the little guy. Okay. This guy may feel a little bit shanky and maybe not too sturdy, but hey, he's still good. All right, I'm gonna try this shark that I was working on yesterday. And this is the last guy. Now you have an upright. I call these upright canisters, honestly. Because to me, a real upright is like this. This is a real upright, right? You got the fan, the dirt, and then it pushes it into the bag. Same thing with the Kirby. Fan, dirt, it pushes it into the bag. The same thing as a Ricard, right? Fan, dirt, pushing in the bag, and the Sanitaire upright, fan, dirt, pushing in the bag. These guys, and they're still good, nothing wrong with them, I'm just saying, is that they're like a canister, like these. To me, this is like an upright version of that because it cleans through the hose. It cleans through the hose and the wand. And then it goes down to the floor. So this, to me, is a canister turned into an upright. Okay? The moment you have this hose like this, it's a canister cleaner. Because what does the canister have in common with this? It has a wand. Let me make sure I got this right. Let me show which one is which. I gotta lift it away. Oh, that's right. I locked this damn thing in because this thing was busted. Sorry. But it has a wand. Like these come with wands and all that stuff. And it's a hose cleaner. So I see this as a canister in an upright form. But anyway, let's plug it in and let's see how this one does. So we have 24 made from 1960 something to 1970. This one here just came out just the other day, this year or so, maybe last year. And this has been around a couple of years, right? This is an upright version of that. Let's see how this one does. $1,800. Hold on, 2,000, my bad. 2,000. So, the upright canister, not as much suction as this guy over here, and not as much suction as this 1960 something Electrolux. That's it. Oh, that was the first shark you owned? Okay, all right. So Brienne says she had many heart tools. She's a big fan of black, blue, white color combo. So yeah. Hey, listen, this thing impressed me. This heart impressed me. The suction anyway. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even expensive. And I don't know, again, I don't know if it's gonna, the test of time and if the material is gonna break and, you know, all that stuff. I don't know. But it impressed me. This little tiny little inexpensive shop vac style vacuum impressed the hell out of me with its suction. It really did. All right. And you know, these are fine. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. I use this now around the shop to just vacuum the floors and stuff now. This is not really something I use like that. All right, guys, I'm done with the show for today. Thank you all for hanging out. Car Guy, don't forget to get a hold of me. And Brianna, I will get that out to you. You guys are the best. Thank you for your support. David, as always, thank you for your support, bro. All right. I have that particular hard vacuum. You do. Stole it from my husband. You've had it for 4 years now. All right. Yeah, man, that's okay. Certain things you don't take, man. You don't take the vacuum, man. You know, there's some people, hey, those are like fighting words. You take people vacuum, man, they get upset. You know how many stories I hear about the fight over the vacuum cleaner? I did not expect that. I didn't expect the fight over the vacuum. Oh my gosh. What was the time? I have to find that story. I'm about to go too, and everybody's like, wait, I thought you were gonna leave. I have to find that story. There was a picture of a lady. Let's see if I can find it. Give me a second. Sure. Lady. Let me see if that shows up. No. I think, is it Time Magazine? Come on. Oh my God, I saw this thing I saw it, and now I can't find it. Oh, I saw it. Oh well, all right then. She was being airlifted out of her house, and she had a vacuum in her she had a vacuum in her lap. And I was like, get out of here, man. Are you serious? The lady had a vacuum in her lap while she was being airlifted. It's like, don't mess with the vacuum, man. All right. Well, I can't find it. I'm looking online. I can't find it right now. If I do find it one day, I'm gonna show it to you guys because it was just hilarious. I was like, she's like, I'm not leaving my vacuum. Yeah. Nothing is showing up. All right. Guys, I'll see you later. Stay positive, folks. Stay positive, guys. I will Oh yeah, Dave. Yeah, I mean that was a big win. I'm still waiting for you to tell me about how well try a tough stain on a car or something like that and tell me how it goes. I just want some feedback from you on that too, if you can. That's right. That's right. That's the sign that you guys are part of the pack, man. You got the gear. Hey, did the gear come? Did you get the gear? Are you serious? Brian, you got to send me a picture. You got to send me a picture. You just opened it. You know what? Let me check on that tracking, Dave. Let me see what the deal is. Let me check on that tracking, man. It's in transit in West Alexandria, Alexander, Pennsylvania. It was expected yesterday. It was expected yesterday, but I don't know. It says it's in transit. If you hit that tracking number, you'll see it. Stay positive, guys. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. And that's that. Exit. Boom. This one is done. And you guys, stay cool. Like I said, I might link up tomorrow when I get off the plane or somewhere in Long Island, and I'll give you guys a hail up. Stay positive. Thanks for hanging out today, guys.